moving forward.
Live proudly, boldly, and with peace of mind by advocating for your health with an early cancer screening. The LGBTQIA+ community is at higher risk of cancer, but screenings can detect cancer early when it's most treatable, giving you the power to live exactly as you are. Talk to your healthcare provider today. If you don't have insurance, talk to a nurse navigator to see if you qualify for free screenings.
Pack your patience if you're planning to drive this Labor Day weekend, and DELDOT is warning holiday drivers to be more attentive on the roads. And another candidate announces a run for lieutenant governor. Those stories and more are coming up next. You're watching DETV News. Hello and welcome to this edition of DETV News. Our top story is a police-involved shooting. It happened early yesterday morning around 7:20 near the Lowe's in Newcastle off of Hessler Boulevard. According to Delaware State Police, officers went to Lowe's for a report of a known fugitive shoplifting at the store. Detectives spotted the 28-year-old man fleeing from the store with a shopping cart full of merchandise. Reports indicate the alleged shoplifter began running from the police and jumped into a getaway car parked behind the store. That car hit an unmarked police vehicle while trying to escape. When stopped, the report goes on to say the suspect physically resisted arrest while troopers tried to take him into custody. Troopers shot the man when he apparently continued to drive in a manner that put officers in danger. The suspect was transported to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead. 2 troopers were treated and released from the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. The troopers involved in the shooting are now on administrative leave. That's standard policy while a full investigation takes place. Anyone with information about this case is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-TIP-3333. In other news, if you're not ready, get ready for this coming holiday weekend and the traffic that will come with it. Already, some major roadways are jammed. According to AAA, traffic volume will return to pre-pandemic volumes, especially since gas prices have dropped. Monday, Labor Day, is expected to be a very busy commute for those headed to the beach to get in that last unofficial end of summer. And this warning from DELDOT for drivers: watch out for the road crews and their vehicles. Just this week, 4 transportation department trucks have been hit by inattentive drivers. DELDOT made one social media post that showed a recent incident where an employee helping a driver of a disabled car on I-495 had his truck struck. That was a hit-and-run incident, and it happened on the Christina River Bridge. Fortunately, no one got hurt. The message from DELDOT for this holiday weekend is simple: slow down and watch out for others on the road. After Labor Day, drivers can expect to see the final phase of a redecking project on the Delaware Memorial Bridge to begin. It's the 3rd and final phase on the Jersey-bound span. The work will take place at night, with 2 lanes closing from 9 to 6 a.m. A 3rd lane will close from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. This project has slowed traffic on the bridge over the last 18 months, but the good news is it's expected to be finished by Thanksgiving. More traffic-related news. Traffic came to a standstill on Route 1 yesterday after a crash happened on the northbound side. All this during the morning rush hour shortly before 8 o'clock. Newcastle County paramedics found a 25-year-old man trapped inside his vehicle. He was rushed to the Christiana Hospital, where at last report he was listed in critical condition. And the race for lieutenant governor is starting to heat up. Yesterday, State Senator Kyle Evans-Gay announced she's throwing her hat in the ring. Evans-Gay was elected to the Delaware State Senate in 2020. State Senator and former Wilmington City Councilwoman Sherry Dorsey Walker made her official announcement back in June. Dorsey Walker won a seat in the Delaware House of Representatives in 2018. Another candidate, Debbie Harrington, announced she's also running for the seat. She currently serves as the Democratic Party's vice chair. All 3 candidates will face each other in a primary race. Turning now to a story that dates back to the pandemic, a lawsuit filed by two pastors who want to stop the governor from imposing future restrictions on religious worship has been dismissed for a second time. Despite that ruling, both pastors plan to file appeals. Thomas Newberger, the attorney representing the pastors, takes legal issues with churches that were ordered to close during the pandemic, while grocery, liquor stores, and stores like Walmart were allowed to remain open. The pastors' lawsuits claim the state's emergency orders handed down by Governor John Carney denied them their absolute religious freedoms. The governor's attorneys argue the chief executive is immune from damages for the alleged violations. In another court case, a man has been sentenced to life in prison for killing his mother, father, sister, and nephew in December of 2021. 41-year-old Donald Greer Jr. pleaded guilty but mentally ill to several charges. The four victims were all stabbed at a home in Townsend. State prosecutors said Greer was delusional at the time. And Delaware State Police want to know who killed a man who was found dead on a trail in Dover. Troopers were called to South Bay Road and President Drive for a report of a man found on the ground in a wooded area. Investigators say that man is 63-year-old Mark Garrett of Dover. He apparently died from blunt force injuries. Anyone with information about this case is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-TIP-3333. In other news, you may have wondered why flags were at half-staff yesterday. It was to mark International Overdose Awareness Day. IOAD is the world's largest annual campaign to end overdoses. It also recognizes the stigma those who have died from an overdose have and acknowledges the grief felt by their families. Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer marked the occasion at a flag-lowering ceremony that was held at the Government Center. And the career of country singer Jimmy Allen may have taken a nosedive nationally, that after allegations of sexual misconduct surfaced, but not here in his home state. The Milton-born singer has not been charged with any crimes, but he was dropped by his record label while singing and TV engagements quickly dried up. Despite that, he's been performing in local bars. He's also participated in local charity events like Duffy's Hope celebrity basketball game. Just last week, Allen tried his hand at stand-up comedy at a theater in Milton, and he will be hosting a bowling tournament at the Mid-County Lanes and Entertainment Center in Middletown on September 9th. Allen is also scheduled to be a headliner at the Bottle and Cork on September 29th down in Dewey Beach. That event sold out in 2 minutes, so a second was added on September 28th, but it too sold out. Looks like in Allen's case, the saying holds true, there's no place like home. And finally tonight, don't forget to mark Saturday, September 23rd on your calendar. That's the day DETV will sponsor its first 5K scholarship run. You can run or walk with a purpose for $25 or $150 as a team. There are also sponsorship packages. To learn more about this great cause, you can register online at the website on your screen. And that's going to do it for this edition of DETV News. Remember to stay safe this holiday weekend, and it looks like it's going to be a good one weather-wise. I'm Lauren Wilson. Thanks for watching, and as always, catch us on all social media platforms and at detvch.com.